Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Souls Off Script, episode 5. That's right, 5. Cinco. Yes, sir. Where we are, again, promising to give you nothing but the best, most greatest content ever. That could be an opinion, but we'll let the judges take on what they feel about that. Um, First things first, you already know the deal. I'm going to talk about um, a little bit of mental health. I have a storyline for today. Um, First things first, again, I had a friend of mine that I talked to at work who I actually told him about our podcast, and he said he asked us what was our first main thing that we talked about, and I told him, of course, is mental health. And he kind of gave out a really great idea. So I'm not saying right now, but starting eventually, just for my buddy's sake, I'm gonna start doing a quote of the day. But since I don't have one right now, I will simply put this: my guys, to my guys only. If anybody needs help, please reach out and call any of my buddies down here. I have given the explicit hotlines again for anyone that instead would like to talk to the adorable kids. You can reach them at that number, or you can just call the regular hotline. However you choose, just please reach out. That's all I can say, because I'd rather you come to me telling me how great of a change your life is from either hearing from one of us, any of the kids, or the hotline, than me having to come to your funeral. And I don't know how many times I can literally throw that out there of how many times I've heard about obituaries, and I don't want that on my conscience. So, with that being said,
Don't kill yourself. Get help.
The, the
no,
way the way I tell everybody to, I'm like, listen, if you gotta call me at 2, 3, 4 a.m., call me. I was like, so I'd rather get that phone call than a phone call at 6, 7 o'clock in the morning from somebody else saying that you decided you were going to exit stage left.
right.
You know what I mean? I'd rather, if I can prevent that, if I can prolong that another day, and then
Mm-hmm.
tomorrow another day, and then tomorrow another day. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? Like, because that's what it is, dog. It's a daily battle. Healing, and this is something you learn along like healing journeys and stuff like that from things that you went through in your past. That healing isn't linear. It's not. It's not just a. It's not a start to finish kind of thing. Like you can be good for like weeks, months, years, and then all of a sudden, boom, something hits you. You know what I mean? And send you right back into that pit. So
That's
it
all.
doesn't matter. It could be, hey, I'm okay today, and then I don't hear from you for 3 months, and then all of a sudden you call me at 2 a.m. Call me at 2 a.m.
Yes, this is a thing, and it's going to be a reoccurrence thing continuously every segment, ladies and gentlemen. And I don't care for those that say they're tired of hearing it. I'm going to keep talking about it, whether you like it or not. So, with that being said, I'm going to move on to our next stage. We're going to be doing a little thing I'd like to call, ladies and gentlemen, we have one of our buddies. Unfortunately, it's going to be leaving here really soon. Don't worry, it ain't nothing bad happening. He's just going to the military within the next 24 hours.
Yeah.
Be sure, and I'm talking about this guy named Derick down here. Um, be sure to send your guys' regards. Send some great supporting messages down below in the comments. Let him know that he's being missed and we're thinking of him. And speaking of thinking of him, we have something special for my guy here. Hey Derek, I just want to tell you, man, congratulations on your big journey and your big success that you're going to be getting upcoming in the military. I just want to tell you that I am proud of you extremely, especially from what you were and how I've known you in the past to what you are becoming now for the future. Most importantly, stay true to you, stay true to yourself. Don't ever change that. Make sure, like we've always mentioned, always celebrate the small wins, celebrate the big wins, of course, most importantly. Always keep a scribble in your head. Make sure you always stay focused. Don't ever lose that. Just come out on top. Stay focused, stay determined, stay motivated. Always stay consistent. And just, I'll see you on the other side on whenever you come out of here alive, most importantly. That's when I say, as one of your brothers, I love you, man. I know life hasn't been easy for you, and I can see the change slowly but surely. You're gonna get your win, and I know it's not gonna be easy. Nothing in life is easy, but through grit and everything else that comes out your way, you're gonna come out on top. I just want to tell you, man, I'm proud of you for real. And with that, enjoy. Don't cry too much. I know when you see these videos, you're gonna cry some. Just hold on to what matters to you the most, and everything else will come somewhat easy for you. You'll always find yourself through there. Anytime you are lost, just come back to these. Alright?
So I just want to say good luck on your travels, good luck on your adventure, good luck in your learning process and whatever you're going through. Be safe, be practical, and come back alive, bro.
Hey, bro. So I'm just riding through nicely right now, thinking about you, man. I know you're gonna be going and doing this whole military thing, and as a vet, I can tell you it makes me proud. I don't care what nobody told you. You're worth it. This is a phase that you're gonna go through, and all I need you to know is on the other side of all this pain you're about to go through is something many people long for. A brotherhood unlike any other. I'm very proud of you, bro. I'm ready to see what's the next step. I'm gonna be calling you and everything. I want to see your goals come and actually be a thing. So at any time, if you need any advice, anything of any sort, don't hesitate to call me. I cannot wait to see where you go from here, bro. Honestly. Like I said, proud of you. I'm out of here. I hope to see you very soon when all this is over. Good luck, bro.
Hey Derek, I just wanted to take a moment to say that I really appreciate all that you have done to help us get this podcast up and going. You've been a great asset to our group, and I can't say thank you enough. I personally just wanted to send you well wishes on this journey that you're about to take on, and I hope you do great things. It is so cool watching you make your dreams come true, and I hope you stay safe. I wish nothing but the best for you, and we'll be waiting for you back at home when you get back. So stay safe and good luck.
That's right, baby. Come back alive.
Man, y'all got me. Y'all got me.
And
I
tell them if they
appreciate
put
it,
their
y'all.
hands on you, I'm coming to beat their ass.
Uh, they got their hands full already, big homie. But I appreciate y'all for real. Absolutely.
Is that a tear I see? I
Calm
see a
down.
tear.
Calm down.
Yeah, turn the camera off.
Aww.
Yeah, appreciate y'all for real. Absolutely. It's gonna be a tough road ahead, but I'm like I said, it's in my way, dog. That's all it is. It's in my way. That's the mentality. It's in my way. Gonna push through it. Damn, y'all good, man.
I thought y'all
Y'all
was
hit
gonna
me,
join in clapping.
man. Y'all hit me out of left field with that one for sure.
Derick.
Hell yeah,
Yeah, okay.
fellas. Mm,
Wait, Charles, your mic is muted. We can't hear you.
muted. Rip. Charles's funeral at 10.
Oh, but it was going. What?
Rip.
Oh, my bad. Rip.
Rip.
Well, anyways, Derek, we are proud of you. I just want to say that you're 100% a part of this family. You always will be, regardless of where you're at. It could be in the sky, it could be in Egypt, it could be Hong Kong. It does not matter.
Why would he
We
be in the
still love
sky?
you. I don't know. They could send him to a mission in space. I don't fucking know. I don't know what happens these days. We don't know.
They jump out of planes, he could be in the sky.
Yeah.
That too.
Jump
Part of
schools. Jump
SpaceX.
schools a part of it, dog.
You'd be part of SpaceX. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. It was a joke.
They got a branch for that, dog.
Yeah, I know. Whoops.
That fell flat.
Well, moving on. That was my joke for today. We are going to dive in to this first segment. But before I do, I have one last thing to say to my buddy pal, Derek. Derek, first of all, don't be drinking too much of those Red Bulls when you get into the military, my guy.
This is my last one, dog. It's only my last one because I've been up since 4 a.m. and it's now
Water's going to
midnight.
definitely be your best
So
friend.
12:30. Sorry.
And make sure you eat whenever you can.
Oh, absolutely.
And stay soul, mind, and body. Meditate if you got to. And get sleep if you can.
When I can.
Yeah, when you can. When you can. Does
Yeah.
anybody else got us? Anything else anybody wants to say special before we get on?
Don't think about it too much. They tell you what to think, they tell you what to do. Do what you're supposed to. That's
That's
it.
it.
When what's your PO so I can send you stuff?
I don't
Which
know
is
yet, man.
definitely
But
gonna be like cocoa butter.
as soon as I have all that information, I'll get it to you guys for sure.
Everybody's
For
getting
sure.
cocoa butter.
I'm sending you a care package.
Come on with
It's
it.
gonna I know some guy that knows a guy that knows anybody else. But anyways, we're gonna dive into our first segment. My buddy Derek, take us away, my guy.
All right, let me pull this up because I found something earlier today. It's in my notes and I got it saved because I wanted to talk about it. Okay, so I saw this thing and it made me think, right? Because um, almost every person that I've known has told me at one point in time that they have dated a narcissist or a sociopath or a psychopath or something along those lines, right? And we just assume like, yeah, that's correct and all that good stuff. But 35% of women claim to have dated a psychopath. 42% of women claim to have dated a sociopath, and 55% of women claim to have dated a narcissist. The problem with that is 1.5% of men are psychopaths, for one. 4% of men are sociopaths, and 6% of men are narcissists. Which that math doesn't add up, right? So when you label each other, right? When you do this thing to where, oh, they're this or they're that, that's why they're being the way they are, or that's why they're doing what they're doing, yada yada yada. We kind of close off a side of our brain that's trying to understand them because we've already decided who they are, right? We've already decided what agendas they're pushing. We've already decided prematurely what's really actually happening, right? And so we have to really have to sit down and be like, okay, not everybody is this, not everybody is that, and the probability is we have to discuss, okay, if they're not this, then were they trying to communicate with me and I was just blowing them off because I assumed that this was the problem, or I assumed that they were like this because they were feeling like this. So it has a direct correlation to problem solving, right? Because if already you've closed off the other person in your mind, right, then you're no longer listening to listen, right? You're listening to reply. You're not taking in information and storing it and actually letting it sit with you. You're taking in information and be like, oh, this information doesn't matter because this is the kind of person you are. You know what I mean? And all that. So it it really it really differentiates it really differentiates between people when you're dealing with all of this stuff. Like whenever you're thinking, oh, this person's a narcissist, because I've done that. I've thought that my some of my exes were narcissists, right? And some of my exes have accused me of being a narcissist. But the thing about you can talk to counselors, you can talk to therapists, you can talk to people that specialize in narcissism. If you sit down and you're just like, okay, am I really a narcissist? And you have to ask yourself that question, and you ask yourself that question like in your own head, right? Then you're not one, because a narcissist doesn't self-reflect. They don't have the capacity to do so, right? So a narcissist isn't going
Yeah, I
to
feel it. No,
ask themselves that question. You know what I mean? They're not gonna be like, oh, could I really be the problem? Because the narcissist literally their whole thing, their whole mentality is surrounding around the other person being the problem and never them, right? So we have to we have to stop assuming everyone's something that they're not and start trying to actually communicate and understand what drove this person to be so reactive, right? What drove this person to sit in that depression or that anxiety or to close themselves off or to be emotional wrecks. It's not just like, oh, this came out of nowhere and it came out of left field. What we know from science is every cause has an effect, right? So we have to sit
yeah.
down and really, okay, maybe what I was doing at the time wasn't helping this person, or maybe what this person was doing at the time wasn't helping me. How can I, okay, if this person isn't a narcissist, then maybe their feelings are logical. Maybe I'm not understanding them correctly. Maybe I need to sit down and like really dig into this so I can be better at these aspects for this person. You know what I mean? It's all about self-reflection. Like I'm learning a lot myself of about how to for a long time I was trying to understand. I was I was making excuses. I was going to the opposing person's defense, trying to trying to make sense of it all. You know what I mean? But all I was doing was not healing myself. I was trying to piece back together this other person, right? I was trying to paint the picture in my head, of this person, and I wasn't painting myself at all. So when I started realizing that I can't expect myself out of other people, right? I can't expect other people to be as forgiving as me, right? I can't expect other people to be as loving, as caring, as understanding, as self-reflective as me. So the only thing I can directly affect is me. I can't you can't make someone love you. You know what I mean?
That is
You
true.
can't you can't make
That is the
someone
truth.
see you can't make someone see that you're making these changes or these efforts if they choose not to see them. That's on them, right? So my my journey's been big so far into how can I grow as a person and not grow as a person for somebody else.
Mhm. Self-reflection, self-growth,
That's all.
self-realization.
That's for real what it is. Because like when you sit down, you do that math, right? You sit down and you go on this journey, and it's beautiful, right? Because like like Chubbs was saying, a couple weeks ago, talking about colors, right? When you start to go on this journey and you start to be a better version of yourself, you start to see yourself in a different light, and then you start to see people around you in different lights, in different colors, and it's the most beautiful thing, man. It really is. When you
Yeah.
when you
Yeah.
decide like, hey, I'm gonna start seeing the different light and shit, you start to see the beauty in the world, like in the trees, in the sky, in the wind, in the rain, in the dirt roads, in the little moments, you know, and you start to cherish
You've
it a
been
little bit differently.
meditating.
Oh yeah,
You've been meditating.
and it like you could even man, there was times where I'm in a 6 foot hole, right, and like everything's just like there's chaos ensuing because we're fixing a main line break. You know what I mean? And I'll stop to take a breath, and I just feel so at peace, right? I just feel so at peace, even though I shouldn't feel at peace because there's literal chaos ensuing around me, right? But
It's that moment.
it's that moment.
That, that moment you feel the air. You're in the middle. You're in the zone, and you just, I'm here, and you feel everything going on, and you just at peace because you're in that moment. You've been meditating. I can tell.
And yeah,
I'm proud
man,
of
it's
you.
just when you sit down, you do the work, right? When you sit down, you take that. You know what I mean? There's this. I've been keeping up with like a lot of other mental health stuff to kind of like give me some insight and all that good stuff. But this guy made a valid point that changed my outlook on things. He said, "You survived 100% of your worst days so far." You know what I mean? You survived. You survived 100% of your worst days, and that changed my outlook. You know what I mean? Because like, man, I've had some crazy bad days, awful days. You know what I mean? And but every single one of them, I made it through so far. I could make it through a couple more, and then a couple more after that. You know, and so it's all part of the journey, man. Really, really taking a second to grow as a person, grow as an individual, right? Putting in the work to heal yourself, putting in the work to foster a safe environment around you for people to foster themselves through, right? And it really shows character. It shows development. It shows self love. It shows self worth. It shows confidence. It shows elegance in the way you handle things and the way you operate as a person. So that's what it is for me, man. Is in understanding. Okay, maybe this person isn't a narcissist. Maybe their emotions are valid. Maybe or maybe they aren't valid because maybe they decided too quickly that you were the bad person when really you were just a hurt person. Maybe your intentions weren't bad, but maybe your reaction was bad, right? So we have to we have to take into consideration what people were going through mentally, right, and emotionally at the time that led them to make the decisions they made, rather than assuming that this person's all evil, right? Because like at one point in time, you thought these people were the best people on the planet, and then they made a string of decisions that led you to believe that they played you, but maybe it wasn't them playing you, or maybe they like you didn't play them. Maybe it was just a simple miscommunication because you guys decided like you had a decision in your head of what this person's intentions was, or this person
That
had
is
it
true.
decided in their head what your intentions were. And because at the time you weren't grown enough to sit down and really have that conversation, doesn't mean that eventually you can't have that conversation or that that conversation needs to happen in general. Sometimes you gotta leave things lie.
Yeah, I agree with
Like I
that.
was talking,
But
like we talked earlier about that situation that arose not too like what 10, 15 minutes ago. Leave that shit lie, dog. If it's for
mhm,
you, it was for you back in the day.
yeah,
You know what I mean? We don't indulge things to go backwards.
You
That's not what
must
we
move
do.
forward.
Gotta move forward.
You never look behind you,
That's
especially
it, man.
if you're in a race. Are you looking beside you or behind you at the person coming trying to take your place, or are you looking forward to get that gold?
We look, Chubbs, take it from me, right? Of for today, especially today, like we talked about earlier, what was going on with me. We leaving that shit behind in 2025. Nothing but growth ahead of us, dog. That's it. Nothing but growth.
yeah.
Brush that negativity off your shoulder.
But yeah, that's what I got for that, y'all. It's just like understanding where I came up short, understanding why other people came up short, understanding like rewriting things in my head, saying, maybe this person wasn't like a bad person. Maybe they just had a bad minute or two. And that's okay. You know what I'm saying? So it's all about, for me, it's all about understanding where I messed up. So, or where this person came up short. That way I can recognize it in myself and recognize it in others. So I know, like, do I want to go down this road? Nah, I'm going to go down this road instead. Or, um, does this person deserve this version of me? No, then I'm gonna give them the better version of me. Or does this person who's not putting in as much deserves my best efforts? No. Am I willing to not give my best efforts? No. That I'm out. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is, man. It's all about navigation. It's all about um, being true to yourself. That's what it is for
Hmm.
me. So that's it, fellas. That's all I got for tonight.
Hmm, that was really good, Derek. Bravo,
Appreciate it,
my
man.
guy. This next
You get
person,
free snacks.
this next person needs no introduction. But before I get into that, I got a question for these other two folks. Uh, what does an atomic bomb in a Japanese city have in common?
World War II.
I was about to say
That's
Chipotle.
that's you. Whenever you had Chipotle and you stuck in the bathroom. No, that's Taco Bell though. We're not gonna talk
Oh,
about that. That's another different story. But anyways, my man Denzel, tell these
You
people a
want to
little bit
know?
about Hiroshima.
Yeah. All right. So you already know what it is. It's Denzel again. You know. Um, I want to
it's
talk about
Diesel.
something. Big D over here. You know what it is. Uh, I want to talk about something that happened that a lot of people just don't like talking about, and there's a lot of things going on right now in the world, especially on the news, about standards of how people who protect us should be. I'm about to tell you three people who killed over 100,000 people by pressing one button. This is a little story about Hiroshima. As we all know, America is the greatest fighting force in the world, bar none. But this is a little story that definitely solidified that. On August 6, 1945, at approximately 8:15 a.m., Enola Gray is the plane that was carrying the bomb called Little Boy. A lot of people don't know the matter that takes to basically have an atom bomb. That the matter that it's made of is about the same size as a butterfly. It don't take much.
Mm.
But on this specific day, most of the people in Hiroshima were getting ready for, bombings like they had in Tokyo days before. Like they were actually like outside getting ready for this because that's what they're prepped for. Every morning the alarms will go off. Well, this particular morning they went off. They looked up, nothing was happening. So you would think you'd hear something, you see something. No, no. So on that day in particular, like I said, at 8:15 a.m., this bomb dropped. Little Boy dropped. It detonated within 45 seconds of being dropped, approximately 0.36 or 1,900 foot over the city of Hiroshima. At the point of explosion, it was 12,600 degrees
Oh,
instantly.
that's hot, baby.
You you want to know how hot 12,000? Okay.
Trust me, you don't.
Has anybody ever heard of the shadows that was left when
Yeah.
when the bomb went off? Okay, a lot of people don't know. All that is that was the color of whatever building it was. They just happened to block all of that light at one time. So basically, their figure got painted on the wall, and it's a lot of it's still there to this day. So it's that hot.
What
About
in
a
the
quarter
planet?
mile blast radius, instantly killed 70,000 people instantly. Gone. The mushroom cloud from this blast, y'all have seen the little ones where you blow them up and little bit clouds. No, no, no. 60,000 feet. It could be seen from 60,000 feet in the air. So no small little bang bang, big bang bang. All right.
It went
So,
boom, baby.
oh yes.
I'm
So a
about to
little
say,
known
see
fact, a
that
little
guy
bit
in the
of
movie?
things a lot of people don't know about atomic bombs. You can survive. 100%. You can survive. Now, will you have fun surviving? I wouldn't know, but I can tell you a little bit about little facts about it. 4.4 miles, essentially around 5 miles is blast radius. Anything, outside of that, most likely survive.
What about the
The
nuclear
only problem
fallout?
with that is your skin will fall off. In
Nuclear fallout.
Hiroshima, there are many, many stories of people rescuing people, and you touch their skin and it would just fall off.
Mm-hmm.
People lost eyesight. People lost their hair. Generations were wiped out instantly when that bomb went off.
Yep.
Within 30 minutes, approximately 30 minutes of it going off, it started raining. Now everybody would think, with the blast and everything, that would, that's not a thing. No, whenever one goes off, it ensues rain afterwards. But this rain was radioactive rain.
Yeah, it's toxic.
There's no good if you're in it. It's not a way you want to go.
You going
After that,
it should at least.
oh yes, like so winds within 3 to 5 hours of that blast going off, the winds will kick up all the dust and heat and everything and brush them all the way through the city, catching everything on fire. There was what 100 and hold on, let me get my facts right. There was 200 doctors in Hiroshima. Only 30 survived. There was 1,780 nurses. 1,650 were killed. 45 hospitals. Only 3 remained. They could get nobody in. They could get nobody out. Nobody knew it had happened till a day or so later, because there was no comms, no nothing. Like, it was done. It was over. The people who dropped that bomb, Sergeant B. Karen, was the tail gunner. He is the only person to see it go off and live Hunter scot-free. He saw it, and the one thing he could say, and this is verbatim, it's a peek into hell. That's how he described it. Co-pilot Captain R. Lewis, all he could say when he saw that mushroom cloud is, "My God, what have we done?" This is the America from back then. Everybody's very, very scared of what will happen tomorrow, day after that. You don't know until it happens. There is no preparing for it. Be knowledgeable so you know what you could do, but you never know. Things like this happen, and within 72 hours, it had another plane in the air at 3:47 a.m., reaching Nagasaki at 11 a.m. The old America really didn't care. Didn't care at all. The great Albert Einstein was actually not exactly happy he made that discovery and showed America how to make something that powerful. What can we take from that whole story about Hiroshima and Nagasaki? Nuclear weapons are dangerous. We get that.
No,
We
no,
also
guns
know
are dangerous. Nuclear weapons, that's a different story.
this
Sizzling people
it's a
ass hairs
whole
off. That's
world.
crazy.
Nuclear things are a whole nother world. I wish I could tell y'all how to survive. I wish I could. But maybe the little bit of facts I gave y'all will help. And maybe somebody watching this can tell somebody in another somewhere to have the hand on the button. Chill out, bro. I don't think you want skin falling off, and I don't think you want that. Let's talk about this peacefully. But I digress. This is, this day and age.
Well, I would say safety reasons, America is to the point where if you can't get close enough to drop one of them things, you're going to have to shoot that from your home country. And we have missile to air like interception. So hopefully it could, intercept it midair. But if not, all I could say is the best way to survive this situation is not surviving. At that point, just pick a pose and pray to God they get your outline.
Yep. Yep. The best outcome of an atomic bomb, death. Right there. That's the best.
Instant death. You wouldn't even feel it. It'll be so high. You'll feel like a warm wave. Then
I
nothing.
mean, there's people who are still from then, like there's generations after that still having power. So, and Hiroshima's not radioactive at all. A few days later, after that happened, a storm washed it all away. Crazy how God work, huh?
That or atmospheric disruption.
So I'm glad you brought that up, dog. So check this out. I was back in 2014. I was out with my older sister and my mom. We went to this it's like a bar and grill out in Niceville, right? We went out there and because her friend, it was the 4th of July. Her friend was working as a hostess at the time, and she wanted us to come out and kind of like come over there and celebrate with her. So we slide over, and we're sitting here. We just ordered our food. We ordered our drinks and stuff like that. I ordered myself a beer, and in walks this old Japanese fellow in a very old U.S. Air Force uniform, right? His dress uniform. And so it's 4th of July. I'm just like, you know what? I'm going to buy this man a beer and thank him for his service. So I walk up to the counter and I buy the man a drink, of course. And he proceeds to tell me a story about his life. So, one, his name was Bob Kahn, K-A-N, right? And the thing about Bob, right, is that during the bombing of Pearl Harbor, him and his family, his mother and his father, were on the island. And whenever Japan bombed the island, all the Japanese on the island were put into a concentration camp. All right. Now, eventually, whenever they weeded out like the spies and stuff like that, or declared certain families not to be any threat, they freed the families. Well, years later, when Bob Kahn was fully grown, he went and he joined the U.S. Air Force. He became the first Japanese American fighter pilot after Pearl Harbor, right? But he also became the first Japanese American fighter pilot to train a fully Japanese American squadron of fighter pilots. All right? This man witnessed the bombing of Pearl Harbor, right? He got put into a concentration camp by the U.S. military, him and his family, got out, and then joined the fight to fight for the nation, even though he was profiled and put into a concentration camp, right? And he asked me for my address because he was going to send me his autobiography, right? And so several years later, well, a couple months after that, I received his book, but I loaned it to a family member, then I hadn't seen it in years, and I just recently found it. So it's something that I think everybody should really check out, right? His name is Bob Kahn, and the book is I Am a Real American, right? And you you don't know how pivotal of a moment that you could be in at the time by meeting someone who took such a relevant stance in history, right? I've I've met so many different people, but that right there was probably one of the most pivotal moments of my life because this man was alive through like a, a part of American history that decided so much of what's transpiring now, right? Like if Pearl Harbor hadn't happened, and if Bob Kahn had not become a fighter pilot, right? What may have transpired after that? You know what I mean? So the way I look at it is if if we hadn't have done that, or if we could have done that differently, or if that hadn't happened, where would we be at now? Where would we be as a country, as a world, right? So I really think remembering parts of your history, remember the like, and it's not just like associating things that happen. It's like no, you have to associate the people that were part of these pivotal movements. So sorry, I don't mean to hijack your thing, man. I'm just
Oh no,
Oh
you
no,
didn't
you're
Nah, you
good.
hijack
good,
it.
bro.
when
That's
when
a
you
Yeah,
brought
it's
up when
okay.
you brought up the whole thing about World War II, I thought about. I was like, man, I was just talking
that's
about
a
this book today. So
that
yeah,
is crazy that you actually met an American hero. Like, not a lot of people get that opportunity to do that and get an autobiography by somebody. That's a great thing.
Absolutely, man. It was an honor to meet the man.
That's national treasure right there.
That's it.
Denzel, I appreciate you sharing that wonderful story about Hiroshima. This next person is going to be taking a whole, well, the story that we've told, it can be literally scary if you think about it back in that time. But this next person that's going to be talking about his little interesting article, it's going to be a little bit scarier. Let me just put it in perspective. It's going to make your skin do the Macarena and your soul do the wobble. Let me just tell you right now. My guy, Darnell, I can't believe I'm going to say this. Please, please do your best not to cut out the lights again.
Well,
Please take the floor, my guy.
as you seen earlier, I was spraying down my Florida water. You know, I always have my Florida water on me at all times. You got to keep this stuff, especially when you're talking about spiritual things, and you never know what's going to go down. Like last week, you know, we had kind of a kerfuffle with the lights and my recording, my audio. Something was seriously trying to silence me last week, and hopefully we can keep it at bay this time, right? So we're gonna go a little bit tame. We're going to keep it a little bit tame this time, everybody. Today, we are going to bring up someone that might not be as known as, you know, the great Queen Level, but he was still a practitioner of sorts. We're going to talk about Sir Benjamin Rucker, also known as AKA Black Herman. He was a magician and a voodoo practitioner. So today, I just bought in some more crystals and got a little show and tell. You got to keep your water right here. This agua de canga. Yeah, and this water is supposed to help appease spirits. And then I bought some Florida water. You know, you got the Florida water here. Keeps negative energies and spirits at bay. And I bought in some crystals for you guys
Don't
right
feed the
here.
alligator.
Oh no, this is gonna protect me. I don't know about everybody else. Y'all have fun with that tonight. But today I'm bringing in some crystals right
It's
here, you
going to
know.
attract all the alligators.
Yes. But Benjamin Rucker, better known as by his stage name Black Herman, was born in 1892 in Amherst, Virginia. Raised during the height of Jim Crow segregation, we all know how that went. He defied the odds to become one of the most celebrated African American magicians of the early 20th century. In his journey into magic, it began as a teenager when he was partnered with a traveling performer named Prince Herman, who introduced him to the world of illusions and medicine shows. Well, Prince Herman, you know, he did his thing, but he was pretty elderly, so he passed, and you know, it's like pre Jim Crow, so you know, medicine wasn't medicine back then. I think everybody was on cocaine, so we know how the health system was back then. So after Prince Herman's death, he adopted the name Black Herman because he was, you know, Prince Herman was white, so you know, Black Herman, he had to take in the moniker like he's Herman, but he's the black version. So he took on the name Black Herman and continued to act, blending sleight of hand tricks with his herbal remedies and spiritual mysticism. Now, spiritual mysticism is kind of ambiguous because he had a lot of things, you know, that he was partaking in, but a lot of it was, you know, like not main front. A lot of the like herbal remedies were, but there's a lot of stories. So he kept a lot of his stuff to himself, as most practitioners do. But by 1910 and the 1920s, Black Herman had become a household name in the black community across the United States. He toured extensively, performing in theaters, tents, and open fields. And I know those open fields was hot, bitch, because they did not have air conditioners in the early 1910s or 20s. Yeah, I know it was hot in that field. I'm sorry. Especially in this southern sun, baby. Jesus. especially in the segregated South, where he was often the only black magician and usually seen by, you know, people in his community. His shows were dazzling amidst of stage magic, escapism, artistry, and political empowerment. I'm not sure how politically empowered you could be as a black man in 1920, but he gave it his best shot. He gave it his best shot. He would levitate, vanish, make items vanish, and he famously performed his buried alive illusion, where he would, have his intern put him in a coffin for days
So
and then dramatically resurrect
he was
himself.
basically
Yes, they
he was
basically put
basically
him.
the Houdini and David Blaine.
Yeah, but
He
he
was
actually made
basically
it.
the Houdini and David.
Yeah, basically of that time, but he actually made it out of the coffin. R.I.P. my guys, because some people didn't make it out of that water thing. We ain't
No,
gonna talk about that. Yeah, we ain't gonna talk about that. But Black Herman wasn't just a magician; he was a cultural force. He was influenced by Marcus Garvey, the Black nationalist movements. When they was trying to get everybody to go back to Africa, but then we realized we didn't have no monies, so we stayed the fuck here. Yeah, he used his platform to promote self pride, resilience, and spiritual awakening. See, we're still doing that to this day. His performances often include lectures, astrology, numerology, and African American folklore. And in 1925, he published The Secrets of Magic, Mysteries, and Legerdom. Legerdom, I cannot pronounce that word. I think it's going to be in the thing for you guys so you can go ahead and see it. I cannot pronounce that word to save my life. A book that combined magic tricks, hoodoo practices, and esoteric wisdom, making him not just an entertainer, but an entrepreneur, a teacher, and a mystic. Well, as all good stories go, they don't go very long. His death was in
nope.
1934, and it was as mysterious as his life. So I'm not going to even try to make this like glorified. Yeah, he kind of died, I think,
Wait,
on stage performing. He had a heart attack, I believe, but he sold it all the way to the last minute. Like when I say the show must go on was a person, he was literally mid cardiac arrest and he played it off so well, people didn't even believe he died. They thought he got up there and he was acting his ass off. Little did they know he was calling out
it
for
was
help.
all a dream.
What? Nah,
Oh snap!
that's 40 years too early now, baby. But so yeah, after he died in 1930, like 1934, he like a lot of people didn't believe he died in that accident. Like they would to this day, a lot of them think like, hey, he's not really dead. It was like a whole publicity thing, and it was literally waiting from him to come back to life, but he never got back up. So he had a
Uh, they tried
yeah,
to
he
think
had
he was Mac.
yeah. He had a reputation for blurring illusions and reality, so some even refused to believe that he died. Black Herman's legacy lives on as a pioneer who transformed magic into a vehicle for cultural pride and resistance. He was more than a performer. He was a symbol of black excellence, resilience, and imagination. And the show must go on. If anything, that man was a performer. Some of his best tricks was, well, as we spoke to, was the buried alive illusion, which he was most famous for. And basically, he would
Mm,
have someone bury him alive, and he'll be there for like a day and a half, and then
mm,
he'll just come out. He had it was like a classical illusion, where he'll begin to make people and things and objects levitate. He had the rabbit production where he would, produce live rabbits seemingly out of nowhere. But I think we kind of got that one, you know, they debunked that already. Rope escapes and occult demonstrations, and you basically he got up there with the candles, and the herbs and whatnot, and he performed it in front of people to get, the Mayans got to get the coin and possession stunts.
mm.
Now, We're not gonna talk much on the possession stunts because the last time we brought up somebody that was that powerful, you know what happened to my all of my equipment. So today we're just gonna go ahead and
Don't do
forego
it.
that one. Yeah, we. Mm-mm. But that was Black
Don't stir.
Herman.
Don't.
Yeah, that was Black Herman. That was my guy. So the next time you go to, I guess a performing arts, you might see a magician. Look in the back. You may see Black Herman watching, and that's all I got. Where everybody went? Did I put y'all to sleep?
they make sure. They made sure that they wasn't
No,
getting.
no, we're solid, dog. I was just being respectful. That's all. I didn't want to interrupt. You know what I'm saying? So that's my thing.
You never interrupted.
Oh, we lost.
Where the fuck did
We
this
lost
go?
Denzel.
Denzel out.
Denzel said, "I ain't gonna be a part of this."
There he is.
Oh,
Denzel said,
y'all.
"I'm not being a part of this."
Yeah, it literally just logged me off. I don't know why.
You
Denzel
guys
gave
are
you.
so wimps.
Nah,
You're scared of a little bit of a story.
I ain't
Come
trying
on,
to take it
he
where
man.
we took it
next.
the other night. You got stuff cutting
Yo,
off in your house. I'm just trying
yo,
to.
He got his
I'm
I'm
ca-
trying
trying to
to.
make sure I'm
Hey,
off.
I'm trying
somebody
to.
put they had to
Sure, I'm
cut.
safe.
I want you
yo,
to put they had to cut their cameras off because they.
I don't want none of that over here. None
what
of that.
what what is it? What is that? What is that? Sage, Darnell. Denzel's walking around his house with sage. Burn that shit right now. Just walk around the house.
What? Hold up.
Walk around the
He
I
do
house.
got
keep,
some sage.
Yo,
you got to keep it on you. The fact that you guys, I'm not gonna hold you. The fact that everybody isn't saging right now is crazy to me. I didn't already put my shit up.
hey, if them lights flicker, dog,
Oh
you
no, they stayed on the whole time.
they did. They did. I saw that.
Don't jinx
They
that.
stayed
Hey,
on.
mine cut off is because of the power bill. I hope
Terrible.
it's because of the power bill. I'm saying it in my head. It's because of the
Brr.
power bill. It's because of the power bill.
Baby, management is gonna have a time. Management is gonna have a time editing this one.
Bruh, tell me why I almost got spooked. There was a dude in a black figure on your screen. I thought somebody was behind you, Denzel. And
See,
it's
I'm
Look,
not
as
even
soon as
worried
this,
about that.
talking about.
as soon as this podcast is over,
Denzel's.
then Derek is going to be praying to Freya to keep the any negative spirits away.
That's it.
Charles, I can tell you right now. Below, I ain't worried about it.
Got the problem solved, dog. Can't prepare for
I
that.
got peace, be still.
That's it.
Y'all shooting the spirits? That's
My
crazy.
peace, be still.
Hey, Pow Pow and the Ghost is crazy.
Shooting a spirit is
I'm
You
gonna take my
won't.
spiritual
crazy.
hands with him.
Hey, you've
Mm-mm.
seen too much Supernatural.
No,
So
this is
which one
this
are
is
you? Which
not
Winchester
Be
are you?
gone,
Me?
spirit.
not
Be gone.
not bro.
Sam? Are
It's
you D?
literally an episode of Bleach,
He
dog. That's all
definitely
it
D.
is.
Shit.
It's literally an episode of Bleach. That's all it is.
Be
You
gone,
said
thou
like
spirit.
who are you fighting, Mr. Clean?
Shit, Mr. Clean don't want none.
Mr. Clean?
Mm-mm.
What you gonna fight the ghost of Mr.
Hey,
Clean? You gonna
I'm
throw some
finna
bleach on him?
I'm finna look like Mr. Clean after tomorrow night, bro. I'm finna all this is gonna go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
gone.
Hair
Oh,
gone
you gonna
Whatever.
too.
be an individual.
Mm-hmm.
Darnell, that was great. Thank God that was a short brief. Then you didn't wake up any of the spirits. No lights
Motherfucker.
Yes,
flickering.
Lord.
No lights flickering.
My sage and my peace are still here.
No wind whistling. No wind. No whistles. No nothing. We good. But nonetheless, you did your thing. You did your thing. You
My
people are
man's got his
Frequencies.
purifying crystals on the table and shit.
I'm just hoping he ain't pissing them off with them pistols. But anyways,
Look his.
I'm gonna talk about my little piece that I got.
You got a piece too?
Yeah, piece two. Yeah. Peace be with you.
Mine's pretty. Oh, peace do be with me.
Chill.
Peace with me right now.
Chill.
Peace in the building right now.
All right. So, for the last segment, guys, we're going to be talking about one of these scary roads. Happens to be, well, debatable about being the most scariest road in America. Um, Clinton Road. It is in New Jersey. Um, what I've known about it, it has a lot of very phenomenons and a lot of very supernatural things that happens on this road, such as it's a eerie folklore and unsettling occurrences, earning it a reputation as one of America's most haunted locations. And some of the legends include a ghost of a cruel man, Gales Jones, who chases trespassers in its phantom pickup truck, which is kind of crazy. Because I don't know about you, but that would scare me shitless seeing a
Unless
ghost.
it's on dubs.
Unless it's on dubs. I mean,
He gonna
I
get
don't see.
robbed.
You gonna rob a ghost? A ghost?
If it's on dubs,
Dog, I'm from Dayton. They would rob a poltergeist quickly, bro.
hell yeah. I already told you, I'm gonna be the first person to jack a UFO. I'm telling you. Coming
Shit.
to a street near you.
If your coffin's sitting
And you
on
gonna get
30s, dog.
probed. You gonna get
If
probed.
if your
Yo, I'm getting a
coffin's sitting
spaceship
on
racing
30s, dog.
everybody, bro.
That's it.
You about to set a World War IV.
In Dayton, if your coffin's sitting on 30s, dog, they're leaving your shit sitting on
Bruh,
blocks. That's
I
You
it.
don't
get
hit the
on my
wrong.
spaceship.
You
No,
gonna hit the
y'all
That's
ain't
it.
wrong.
hearing me. I'd get in this spaceship and just hover.
He gonna be like, yo, what does this button do?
Intergalactic.
And they gonna
Hyperspeed.
send all the Martians down here. We done got fucked.
Hyperspeed into somebody's building.
All you hear. Who done stole your shit today? I told you stop being around that neighborhood.
That's it.
That's number 3.
I believe the Earth is the ghetto of the universe. I believe aliens ride by and be like, oh, this is the ghetto. Lock it
They
up.
also have, after the Phantom pickup truck, they have a drowned boy who returns coins thrown into the water beneath the bridge at Dead Man's Curve.
How much
Yeah,
money you up to?
that I don't know. It's a
Me,
lot of
me,
currency.
me and Denzel about to take this 10 days off in December and go up and grab some Benjamins.
Yeah, it's like, hurry up, bro. We heard about you.
Mm-hmm.
This isn't Pirates of the Caribbean. He looking for a dead man's chest.
Saying
Getting robbed, my boy.
Other tales involve strange creatures, cults, and even the notorious hitman Richard, the Iceman, Kolkinski, whose victims were sometimes dumped in the surrounding woods. I also have.
Wait, I had to get my milk and cookies.
We have some videos that I'm going to show you about the factual, historical facts about this road. So.
Doing
This is
scary
the most
stories.
haunted road in America. It's called Clinton Road, and it runs through the forests of New Jersey. On the surface, it looks like a normal 10-mile stretch of pavement. But ask the locals, and they'll tell you it's anything but normal. Drivers report headlights following them that suddenly vanish. Some say a phantom truck will appear out of nowhere and chase you down the road before disappearing into the night. Then there's the Ghost Boy Bridge. The legend says if you toss a coin into the water below, a child's ghost will throw it back. People swear they've seen ripples in the water when nobody's there. Others claim to see strange animals in the woods, wolves with glowing eyes or even cryptid-like figures darting between the trees. And the road itself is strangely quiet. No houses, no gas stations, just endless trees and shadows. Clinton Road has become so infamous, paranormal investigators and thrill seekers travel from across the country just to drive it. And here's the twist. Police say it's also a real crime hotspot. Abandoned cars, strange gatherings, even mafia rumors. Some say the ghosts aren't the only danger on this road. Would you dare to drive down Clinton Road at night?
All right,
How much we
Denzel.
getting paid to drive
All right,
down?
Denzel. Let's go.
Oh, I ain't never scared.
It was a challenge. I can
I'm
tell you
fucking
right
with
now, if it was a challenge,
You
to
gotta
take
catch me.
if there was a challenge to take that road, right, and you had to drive that whole road, and you had to
Mm-hmm.
survive that road,
Mm-hmm.
I'm taking that challenge. All right. So I got another. We got a few more videos in the show.
All right.
Have y'all heard of Clinton Road in New Jersey? It's supposedly the most haunted road in America. I've personally been there quite a few times, and there's like this legend of this little boy that if you throw a penny over the bridge, like into the water, that he throws it back. It's happened to me once. I can find the video if y'all want to see it. Just take my word for it. That shit was like 4 years ago. And locals say that they be seeing glowing eyes in the dark, like in the middle of the woods. And I heard there's a lot of like Ku Klux Klan members that meet there. I don't know. And also there's like this truck thing, like these phantom trucks that they'll like turn their high beams on while you're driving and then turn them off so you don't see them. And then they'll keep driving and then turn them off. I mean like turn them back on and they're like this close to you. That shit happened. That shit was scary as fuck.
So
First of
it's
all,
not the mafia. It's actually the KKK, and they're running people off the. She
What?
said the KKK.
What?
She said it was the KKK. Like what the fuck? The
Nah. I mean,
KKK. Like
probably.
what?
Hey, up there is old school, bro. It's wild up there.
The KKK.
I don't know. I don't. I want to know what type of drug she's on, because
Hey, you see those brown people in that
on one.
car? Chase them down, boys.
She was on one. But nonetheless, I got another one.
Is a picture that Mr. Kevin Hinkle Jaws took. He was snapping pictures all over the place, but he actually snapped a picture on Dead Man's Curve. And if you look, as we zoom farther into this picture, you can actually start to make out an outline of something. As you can see, it almost looks like a human figure sitting there, kind of like a mutant looking human figure. I've been told that it somewhat resembles Dobby, and I personally think it looks like one of those albino animals that was said to be haunting out there on Clinton Road. And you know, yes, we go into the whole, well, it could be pareidolia. Pareidolia is
That looks like that
when you
bear.
look at an item and you try to make a face out of it with your mind. But as you can see, it's just weird how the lighting hits that, and you can actually see the shadow around it on the bridge. It was really odd, and going through all the other evidence, we never once seen anything in this spot like a statue or anything like that. So this by far is the most hardcore evidence that we had on our Clinton Road trip, and it's still today, it baffles me.
That picture looked like that bear.
The only thing I can
That
think
Derek
of
took a
that looks
picture
like
of.
that is an albino goat or one of
That
them
looked like a.
albino deers. Cause they
That
said
looked
that was.
like that black bear Derek took a picture of this morning.
That looked like that looked like Joseph. He sat in the house for 3 years.
Oh, it'll take a lot longer for me to turn that white. It'll take a minute.
Oh, I'm just playing, Chubbs. I'm just playing. Do you have any more? Okay. Roll the clip.
Not
Roll
roll
the
the
clip.
clip.
POV. You didn't believe your friends about Clinton Road.
Talk to the boy. Talk to the boy.
Yo, who's the boy that died? What's his name?
What's his name?
I don't know. Just be like, whoever, blah, 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 blah. If you're here, blah, blah, blah.
If you died on this bridge, move to the left.
He said if you died on the bridge, move to the left.
Give it a sign. Yo, bro. We out. Wait, what? We out. Drive. You know why you scream? Drive. Went to the right.
Gave a whole new meaning of FAFO.
I never
Listen,
understood that.
if you ain't
Goes to
prepared if you
haunted
ain't prepared
bridge.
to fuck around and find out, don't fuck around. Like that's it, bro. Don't
Facts.
fuck
Like,
around.
Did you hear my buddy in the background? Hey, yo, I think it's time.
look,
My
it's like
man
I
said,
never
"Let's go."
understood that shit.
Let's
It's like
go.
You yep
you
yep.
go to the haunted bridge, you see haunted shit, and everybody shitting bricks. What do you thought you were gonna see? That's like going to a strip club and being surprised to see strippers.
Yo,
Like, what is she doing here? Like, check
You know.
it out. You here?
Yeah. With that being said, yo, you always need a real one in a situation, especially just that last clip. I'm just gonna explain that a little bit. Yo, if you hear somebody in the background that says, "Yo, it's time to go," I'm gonna need you to go. Don't do the FAFO method and fuck around and find out, because you're gonna fuck around and find out. 9 times out of 10, you're gonna find out. I'll give you that 1% that you might not, but 9 times out of 10, that 90%, you gonna get caught.
oh
I'm
no,
just saying.
do y'all remember like a couple years back whenever they during like September, October, November time frame, like they had clowns hiding out in the woods and stuff. You know what I
That
mean?
was the thing.
And they were trying to scare
That
people
was the
off,
thing.
That
right?
was a thing.
And
That was the thing.
they were trying to scare people off, right? And then all of a sudden, some of these guys down here in the South were like, "All right, so you're gonna come out with like an axe or a hatchet. We're gonna come out with AR-15s. We're gonna see who wins this." And all of a sudden, these guys in the clown outfits stop messing around. You
Didn't
know what I
one of them
mean?
get shot? I think one of them got shot.
Probably.
Most
They did.
likely.
There was in someone's backyard, and the guy just started shooting. He
That's
didn't even
it.
open the door.
That's it.
But anyways, let's get to that. Let's get to this close.
Let's talk about one of the most haunted roads in New Jersey. And this story has a little bit of true crime to it. So first off, this road has dangerous curves, is surrounded by forest, and feels very isolating when you drive on it. It's said that one of the bridges on this road has a ghost boy that stands under it. Some say if you throw a coin over the bridge at night, he might appear, and others say if you stand at midnight on the bridge, he might try to push you over. Then, not too far off the road is a path that leads to somewhere called Cross Castle. This place is in ruins, but it's said that when people go near it, they get horrible visions, scratch marks all over their body, and uncomfortable feelings. And the thing that makes this road even more terrifying is that it used to be the dumping ground for a mafia hitman known as the Iceman. In the early 1980s, police found a body that was previously frozen just on the side of the road in a bag. And that's how they connected it to the Iceman.
Want to hear some creepy tales about Clinton Road, New Jersey? So this quote says, after one night of hearing tales, me and 6 others decided to go to the castle. And they're talking about Cross Castle. As we got to the dirt road, we wound up at the castle and parked our cars, got out and lit a fire and drank some beer. After half an hour, we began hearing chanting and chains rattling. One of the girls started going into a seizure. 3 of us tried to move her to no avail. It was like she was nailed to the rock. Then the chanting stopped, and the girl came around. We all looked at each other, like, what the hell is going on here? Here's another one that said one of my friends stepped out of the boundary of the castle and became stiff and ran out of there. She said she saw something in her head, like a little boy being slaughtered. We decided to get out of there, and we realized that my friend had dropped his wallet, so we had to go back. I was nervous about going back, so other people went without me. My friend once again started gagging. We drove to a local diner, and I noticed a bruise across my friend's neck. Hit the follow button if you want to hear stories about some UFOs and some weird creatures on Clinton Road.
Quit playing with that shit. That was one freaky ass goat.
Yeah, it is one freaky ass ghost.
What you
But
choking for? Choking? He said, "Come here." After pre-life, afterlife goonery is crazy.
The fact that they found one of the bodies that belongs to Iceman, one of the mafias. Can you imagine getting jumped in that general area and getting saved by a mafia ghost? That's crazy. Alright, let's play these last clips.
Clinton Road is said to be one of the most haunted roads in America. Now, I know that that is a bold claim to make, but according to the internet, it's true. And a lot of you responded to my Haunted Roads video saying, I drive on Clinton Road all the time. I have never seen anything. This is ridiculous. Clinton Road is not haunted. But a lot of people beg to differ. So let's get into the very real stories and may or may not be real stories based on this road. In 1983, the body of Daniel Deppner was found in the woods near Clinton Road, wrapped in a tarp. Richard Kuglinski, or the Iceman, was later charged and convicted of this crime. The ghosts of 2 park rangers have been spotted in the wooded areas on Clinton Road after passing away in 1939. Cross Castle is a very real building that was built in the early 1900s. But after it was basically destroyed in a fire, it has since been the destination of innocent partying and not so innocent other activities. Many people claim to hear strange noises, see strange things, or feel very uneasy when near the castle. The ghost of a young boy supposedly haunts the bridge near the section of road named Dead Man's Curve. The origin story of this ghost is unclear, but one of the ways you can summon him is by placing a quarter in the middle of the road. In 1988, a woman driving a Camaro on Clinton Road apparently crashed. Many people have claimed to see her driving her Camaro on Clinton Road. And a way to summon her is just simply tell her story as you're driving. There was once a jungle habitat that resided in the woods near Clinton Road that was shut down in the 70s. A lot of those animals were relocated, but there are rumors that some escaped. And some were breeding with other animals, creating these super weird hybrid animals. And there are claims of seeing some really weird animals in the woods near the road. So that was just a few stories based around Clinton Road. There are so many more online. I mean, there's an entire movie based on this thing. Should I watch it? Let me know if you want me to watch it, and then I can talk about it.
I ain't gonna lie, I did not know there was a movie about Clinton Road.
That's wild.
And that's wild. Well, given the fact of reputation, I'd imagine it deserves a movie. Any of you guys got anything I want to say about that? No.
I'm glad I opened up the door because it was hot in this bitch. It was stuffy, baby. Oh my god.
Long story short,
the spirits broke his AC.
No, I had turned the vent off because I didn't want the sound of the air to be blowing. But as soon as I was finished,
I will speak for those that are going to welcome themselves into the comments. For anybody that is watching this segment, and you have any stories about Clinton Road, if you've driven through Clinton Road, please give us some factual stuff down there in the comments. Let us know about your experiences. We'd love to hear them. Other than that, this has been a very, very interesting podcast, nonetheless. Episode 5. If you guys enjoyed this, please make sure you like, share, comment, and most importantly, subscribe, baby. Please do, because we need that. And make sure you guys give Derick, again, like I said, give Derick your love and support. My boy is going to be off to the military here within the next, I'd say, probably 12 hours now.
Nah, about 24. 24, 25, something like that.
24.
Vanilla Ice is gone, y'all.
Yeah. Vanilla Ice is gone. Marshall Mathers will be here no more.
When I come back, me and Denzel going poltergeist hunting.
Yeah, we actually Have
You
been
funny.
we we actually have been thinking about that. I ain't gonna lie. We might do something a little special on YouTube eventually down the road. We're gonna have to pry Denzel out of his comfort of his house because he don't do that type of stuff.
My mama
Ah,
taught me better.
You gonna get today? We gonna Mr. T you, put you to
oh,
sleep, put you in the back of
Denzel's
the car.
scared all of a sudden, dog. Don't worry about it. Denzel's scared. It's okay to be scared
Oh,
We
I
sometimes.
ain't
gonna
never been scared, but I just know what I was told.
we gonna put you to
Hmm.
sleep. We gonna just put you in the back of the car. You gonna wake
As
up.
long as you don't have us in an abandoned house in the fucking Mississippi. Remember what happened when he did that shit?
No, we're not. We're definitely not
Oh
going to
no.
Mississippi.
Oh no, we getting away from that black magic, voodoo, hoodoo shit like you got going on down there, dog. 'Cause it's already fucking with
Yeah,
your shit, so we ain't going
yeah.
down there.
Nah,
We definitely ain't going
nah.
to.
He his Charles talk about Charles
We-
said he let two people take him to an abandoned house in Mississippi, and I said, "What the fuck? Why would you go
Mm-mm.
there?"
Nah, dog.
That's a story for a different time. But anyways, guys, make sure you guys like, share, comment, and subscribe. Um, you can also find us on Twitch. I'll be on game mostly on Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Am I missing any? TikTok.
OnlyFans.
No,
All
we
of
do
it.
not do OnlyFans.
Well, OnlyFans doesn't have to
OnlyFans. We
be.
got one of them.
Yeah,
Y'all
No.
we
got an
post
OnlyFans? Okay.
we
No.
post the same
I didn't
content we
get that
post
memo.
here, but it's on OnlyFans.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's lame.
Explicit.
What else are we posting on OnlyFans, bro?
I don't know. You was just eating cookies with milk dripping down your face. I'm like, oh.
Wait,
Oh,
hold
Everybody, I
up.
guess support Derek
that's what's going on.
Darnell's
OnlyFans, the cookies and milk, dog.
support Darnell's
Yeah.
hippy dippy, innocent and desperate OnlyFans, please. He's got bills to pay.
That's
He
it.
eating cookies, y'all.
He'll
And beignets over there.
you give out any
That's
request.
And then
expensive,
yes,
bro. I need support for my
You
pastry
give out
habit.
any request, he'll make
in
sure
in 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 baklava, right?
Yes.
make sure you
That's
bring.
definitely expensive.
Mukbangs.
He'll bring the spoon and bowl, and you bring the Apple Jacks milk. That's all
That's
I
it.
ask.
Just bring me the
Sorry.
money. You
Sorry.
guys want to see me eat? I'll do a mukbang. You guys want to see me eat? Pay
Mukbang,
me.
mukbang, mukbang. We got to do a mukbang.
And then later, he's gonna
Do it,
dip himself
baby.
in lobster oil. No, I'm serious, guys. It's been real. It's been great, guys. I enjoyed this segment with you guys. Love you guys. Love you, Derek. Be safe out there, man.
Appreciate that, homie.
Always sure to
Take
contact
care,
us for
bro.
anything,
Yeah, I'll
for
keep up
any
with you
advice
guys.
or anything like that. Uh, yeah. Let us know on your journey, please. Keep us in
Absolutely,
contact, please.
absolutely, big homie.
All right. And with that, guys, peace be with you guys. Love positivity. We out.